Hi, I'm Bing Bruce from Mount San Jacinto College's Audio and Video Technology program. We are a training facility. We teach young, inexperienced wannabe engineers, whether it be in the music industry, the television, radio broadcasting, television, motion picture. We train those people from the ground up. We like them when they walk in, they know nothing about it. They just have the desire. And they get an opportunity to sit down at what the industry uses and learn how to use it so they can walk back out. So my job is to make this stuff work, for one. That's my primary job here. I'm the engineer. I make it work, and then I teach them how it works so they can walk out into the world and be a competent engineer. What do I like about the AWS 900 the most? I don't know. That's tough. Probably just the ease and clean of the sound of it. It's one of those tools that you can just sit right down and work with. When you have something in your head, you need to get the recording done, you can sit down and do it. You don't have to fuss with the board. It's ready to work when you are. I love that about a console. The one thing that I hate having to do is service and get something ready to work and get into the mood, and then you lose yours in the process of it. The AWS does not have that problem. It's ready to go no matter what mode you're in. You need to do a quick mix, walk in, push a button, it's ready to mix for you. Push the button again, it's back ready to record for you. It's very simple in that respect. Something else that I like about it is that it's a hybrid console, and I do truly believe, honestly, that this is going to be what the rest of the world is going to move to. That it's the integration of the analog console where you can touch and move the controls at will, but yet have the integration and the controls of your DAW systems. That was a stroke of brilliance, and I think that SSL has actually mastered that and is going to be the trend for everybody else to follow in this market. We have multiple studios here, and one of them was in the process of being overhauled, and we needed a console that wasn't too big for the room, but yet big in terms of capability. But we also needed something that was easy. Remember, this was a student environment, so we can't have something that's so intimidating and hard to work with that the console would just scare them away. The fact that it's so easy to operate, the fact that it integrates with the DAWs, things like Pro Tools and Nuendo, the AWS 900 will be able to do whatever tasks we want to do present and in the future. If we want to change over our frames, all it takes is whatever the time it takes to change the box out, the console's already set up to do it. It makes it easy to do it. There's no transition or reconversion of the board. It's already there. So it's already waiting for us to catch up to what it already knows. The simplicity of the operation of it. Again, if I just need to get sound out of it, it can do it. It's there. I like the fact that it's rock solid. If the power goes out, it resets itself. It's right back. It remembers where it left off. It didn't go, I can't handle this, I'm taking the rest of the day off, call a tech. It's always been rock solid despite what we've put through it. And remember, we have amateurs running this thing, right? This is a very, very expensive board in terms of the real world. So put people that are completely green on a board like this and have it be reliable and forgiving when they make a mistake is something that makes my life so much easier. So I'm not changing out components or calling the tech guy going, why is the white smoke coming out now, right? What impact has the sound of this console had on the students? I think for the most part, because we have so many different studios here, and this one being the only SSL, they now have a benchmark to compare. We have the lower range consoles, the entry-level consoles, and then we have the upper range, including this one. And they now can see in perspective the difference. So when they're going out into the audio industry, they can say, oh, well, I've worked on X, and X sounds okay, but it doesn't sound like the AWS, right? They have now a benchmark, and that's probably the biggest impact. Even if they're not aware of it now, they may, when they go back out and start finally getting those jobs and they work on the console, oh, yeah, it's not supposed to sound like, it's supposed to sound like the AWS here, right? So that probably is the biggest impact on the students. I want one of these under the Christmas tree for myself. At first I was a little hesitant. It was a big investment for us at the time, but the SSL people were actually very, very helpful in getting us into it. And I would never turn back now. This thing has been an incredible purchase for us. Rock solid, reliable, the customer support, even when it was a human user problem that we've done before, we're making mistakes just being unfamiliar with it. They were right there, answered the phone, had the problem solved. Would I buy another one? Absolutely. Absolutely I would.